resonate. What the points you just raised resonates, especially in the area of taxes. I mean, just to put it into context, in Texas, the average effective tax rate for property taxes is about 1.63. Okay, the national average is less than 1%.
Okay, real quick, give the number again.
Okay, in Texas, the average effective tax rate, property tax rate, is about 1.63 average. Okay, of course it varies.
I got you. It's the average.
So, but the national average is less than 1%. And bringing that home to Fort Bend County, where we live, right?
So real quick, we're almost double the national average.
Yes. Okay, but in Fort Bend County, that's almost doubled Texas. But for Fort Bend County, for example, it's more than 2%. So that means we are actually more than double the national average in Fort Bend County property tax. And that is that. To just give you a perspective of what that means is, if you own a house that is worth, if fair market value $100,000, right, and you pay the national average of maybe less than $1,000, in Fort Bend County you pay $2,000 plus for that same.
Okay. So if you look at Warren's resolutions, his basically the principles that he wants to lead forward with in his campaign, it pretty much tackles everything. Okay. Because essentially what's happened is there's been a K Street built in Harris County, right? There's been a deep state. At our local level, like that's how far it's gone away from us. I mean, there's a deep state in the feds, but and so there's a deep state in Harris County without question. We're going to go through it all.
Yeah, we have our own cabal.
And now there's a deep state forming in the smaller counties around it. So if we don't stop the bleeding at Harris County, if we don't stop it, if we don't address these things that Warren wants to address, then this thing spreads like a cancer to each and every little town, village, borough across the land. So, I mean, okay, so let's, what do you want to talk about first? Let's talk about property taxes. First thing that Warren says he wants to do, he wants to eliminate local municipal property taxes for seniors. So go ahead, just elaborate on that.
Well, we take in $2 billion a year in property tax in Harris County. The senior population makes up some 12.1% of that revenue. So basically $240 million. There's $500 million that I know of immediately that we can put back into the general fund by discontinuing non-statutorial programs and projects. So we can absorb that $240 million loss. And I think senior citizens across Harris County and Fort Bend and in all counties have had enough of taxes after all those years. Now, we have to start our own Doge. The taxes are, well, we have to quit spending on the non-statutory so we can absorb the loss. But our taxes in Harris County went up 18.5% last year, only because of the inefficient spending. You realize if we spent the right amount of money for everything and did what we were supposed to do, our tax burden would be nothing. There is no telling. We'd be below the national average on property tax, so that everybody can have tax relief, not just seniors.
So I'd like to address one thing, on taxes. So first of all, I want to say that the idea of property taxes as a whole is egregious. There are certain items that should be off limits to taxation, and it's the necessities in life. And number one, your home should not be taxed. If you buy a home, you own the home. You don't get to buy it, pay for it, and then rent it back from the government.
That's essentially what you're doing, is you're renting it back.
This is a violation of rights. Now, now Warren addresses it because our seniors are on fixed income, okay? So while these property taxes rise, these seniors are being squeezed and they're put in perilous situations. But it's not just the seniors. What about the 43-year-old that has 3 kids at home and he's an HVAC tech trying to make it happen? And while everyone's budget's getting crunched, his taxes are going up. This is 100% the result of Lena Hidalgo, Anise Parker, and Rodney Ellis. All they do is go out there and talk the talk, that they're here for the little guy, that they want to tax and spend, and all they want to do is spend. That's all they want to do. And until we have some civility brought back into these places, everyone suffers. You were going to say?
No, yeah, I mean, bringing it back home to Fort Bend County, I just was listening to him when he talked about Harris County and how, he intends to eliminate those, property taxes for seniors. But in Fort Bend County is worse because what we are paying in Fort Bend County is not only above what is in national average, which is about less than 1%, is actually higher than the average in Texas. The average property tax, effective property tax in Texas, average is about 1.63, but in Fort Bend County is over 2% in Fort Bend County. So it's actually worse. We don't have a revenue generation problem. We have an effective spending problem.
Yeah.
That's where the efficiency comes
Yeah,
from.
I mean,
Well, that's exactly
okay,
right.
so
I mean, that's, that's key. We stop spending on non-statutorial things